everybody, and thank you for tuning in to another video. So let's do this. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Please subscribe if you are new watching my channel, and if you are returning, welcome back to another short ride with me video. I am a notary signing agent part-time, and today this is what I have for you today. In a few of my videos, I have literally said on Saturdays after 5 o'clock, Monday through Friday, and some Sundays I take orders. And normally on Saturdays my orders are like 2 to 4, 2 to 5. And so this morning I have a 10 o'clock signing, and I am up and ready to go. I have on, I stamped shirt, but guess what? It is raining, and I do not feel like going to do nobody's signings in this kind of weather. But guess what? I'm going. I had this appointment now for a couple of days. Again, it's at 10 a.m. We are meeting at a Burger King. And what type of signing is it? It is a General Notary Request for a travel consent for a minor. So this particular signing, the signers could not find a notary in their area. So yes, I will be driving probably about 15 to 20 miles. And this is a cash order. She wanted to pay Cash App, Zelle, Square, PayPal, and I basically told her it was her call. She said, okay, I will pay by cash. So this is going to be an interesting day. I have quite a few things on my list for today, but I am going to go and knock it out. So the number one thing about being a notary or a notary signing agent is one thing. You have to be available. When you get that call from the signing service, from the title company, from not a lot of mortgage lenders call you, but from your signers directly, from attorneys, because I'm going to tell you about another one that I had yesterday. Well, you just got to be available, okay? Whether it is snowing, whether it is the sleet, whether it's hailing, whether it's raining, even if it's too hot outside and you're like sweating, you gotta be ready, okay? So that's that. We'll talk a little bit about that. I'm gonna come back and give you a little update on how it went. But today also I will be shipping out an estate planning package. So yesterday evening I had an estate planning signing with a husband and a wife, and they had their neighbors, 2 neighbors, were the witnesses for all of the documents. And so this is like really, really cool, because the attorneys that drafted the notebook for them lived in a totally different city. They lived in Tampa, Florida, and of course I'm in Gainesville, Florida. So they prepared all of the documents. They shipped the documents to the signers, and when I arrived yesterday, the package was there. It was a huge FedEx box. Okay, and so it's like really, really huge. I can like show it to you, but I'll like link it up here, down there somewhere. But it is like a huge box. It's like this. See how huge it is? And this is how big the notebook is. But it had all of the documents in there: the doable power of attorneys, the release forms, the advanced derivative. It had about 12 different documents. And so that's what really makes up an estate planning folder. And so we got everything done. We did everything within 45 minutes. And guess what? The attorney had a little bag in their box, and it was a bag with my envelope in it, and in the envelope was my payment. I didn't have to wait 30 days to get paid. Yeah. I'm like, really? I thought I would have to send an invoice or just wait 30 days, but no, baby. My payment was in the bag, okay? So we got the estate planning documents. We did page by page. We did column by column. We did divider by divider. It was really cool. So got that done. But even with that one, no matter what type of signing you have, it doesn't matter. You have to be available. You have to show up. So it is raining, and I'm going to get ready and leave. And I will check back in with you all a little later. So I am back. Right now, the time is 10:08. Now, we started about 9:55. Both parties were there. And so this is the recap of this signing. It was a mother and a father, but they were divorced. And the mother is taking the children, 2 children, to Hawaii. And the father came in last. The mother and her friend was there early. No problems whatsoever. Like I said, the father came in. He was very nice, but you could tell that maybe they had some disagreements, and maybe he didn't want to come. But in order for her to take the kids out of the state of Florida, she had to have the travel consent for minors. So we had 2 minors, which I originally thought it was just 1 form to notarize, but it was 2. So I did charge her an additional $10 per stamp for Florida. Now check this out. The forms were very nice. Instead of them being printed in black, she said her printer printed them in blue. So, again, I don't get into the creation of the forms and all of that. I just verify those signatures and keep it going. So when we get to the bottom of the form, there was no notarial block. There was no certificate or anything like that. So now this is when my stamp comes into play. I hope I got this right. My stamp comes into play, which is my acknowledgement stamp, because at the base of the document, it did not have the notarial readings at all. And I'm not sure if she just printed page 1 of 2, or maybe page 1 just didn't have it on there because it wasn't a state-specific form for Florida. And so the form was really nice. It was it was created nice, professional. The title of the form was travel consent, and in parentheses it had minor. And so I got that done. Of course, I did the stamp twice on each form, or once on each form, so 2 times. And I didn't charge her for that. I just did that, and once I stamped, I filled out the venue as if you were doing a straight notarial certificate that would have been on the form already. So everything went good after that. He signed, he left, and the wife hung around maybe for like another minute or 2, and she paid me. And then I did ask her, which this is the number 1 question that I ask almost every customer, is how did you find me? Now, I don't ask that question to my customers that when I'm doing loan signings or real estate documents through a signing service or a platform. However, when I get a phone call from a customer, most of the time they've either, looked me up on Google, or they have, word of mouth, or they are a returning client. So I did ask her, how did she find me? She said Google. And so I was like, yay! I was really excited for that, because I have literally been trying to build up my Google profile for the last 2 or 3 years. And I think I'm getting somewhere. I think I'm getting somewhere. So quick note, if you are not on Google, that's the first thing you should do today, is get on Google. Create your profile, because people do type in notary near me, notary public near me, mobile notary public. So build your profile, and guess what? If you want to run an ad, run an ad. That is how people find you, and you should get, and you should start getting general notary work, but you should also get other types of work, because again, that order that I did last night, that estate planning, I received a call from an attorney's office in Tampa, Attorney Feldman. Okay, look it up. Okay, I'm gonna send him a thank you card, because he's way in Tampa and he found me here in Gainesville and gave me business. Okay, so fill out your Google profile and get it going so you can start getting more general notary work. And just know that general notary work is going to be more cash sales, it's going to be more Cash Apps, it's going to be more Zelle, PayPal. I use Square, so you can do Square, you can use Venmo, and so it's going to get you that kind of money. And it's not going to be like a 30-day or a 40-day or a 60-day or a 90-day net. You're going to get your money right then, okay? Because today, I got my money right then, okay? All right, so this is my ride with me today. I have some more things going on later today. And so right now, I am headed to FedEx to mail this estate planning package off, and I will check in with you all a little bit later, and I will do a closure of this day for you, okay? I hope you're enjoying this content, and I hope that while you're waiting on me to come back, that if you're not on Google, you will go to google.com/profile and start building your profile to get more business, okay? Don't touch that dial. I will be right back. So I am here at FedEx right now. I'm getting ready to drop off my estate planning box. And while I'm here, I am going to pick up a few more envelopes. I like to store them in the trunk of my car, and I like to always keep at least one in my notary bag. So I'm going to stock up today and check in this box, and then I will get a receipt, and then I will be headed back to my office to do like a wrap up. So you can see I am here at FedEx. I am waiting in line. I have 2 people ahead of me, and then I am going to do what I do, and I will check back in with you all a little bit later. Bye. Don't you move that dial. And if you are new, don't forget to subscribe. And for those of you that are back, welcome back. And don't forget to like and share and comment if you will, and I promise you I will respond, okay? at the office. I had no scan backs to do on this particular order because it was a travel consent for a minor. And of course, I left it with the signers, okay? So this basically is a wrap up of today with the one signing that I had. The total was $50 and the signing took about maybe 5 to 10 minutes, 15 minutes max. And the drive time was about 15 minutes. So I had about maybe 15 to 20 miles. And so this was just, again, a wrap up of today. I had a really good time with this particular signing. I got a chance to meet the mother signer, the father signer, and I did meet the friend of the mother. And so now she'll be able to go on her trip to Hawaii. She'll be taking her 2 children. And normally, you know, this is a required form. Normally when you take your children or your minors out of the state, the best thing to do if you and the father or you and the mother is not together, it is a good thing to have a travel consent form executed by both parties so that you will be able to get past TSA if you are flying. You will also be able to prepare them for medical treatment if one of your children gets sick. On the form, I did notice where it had a start date and an end date. And so it's always a good thing for the signers to have all of the information completed in its entirety. And so that's not my job as a notary to make sure that it's done, but most of the time the signers does have the form filled out completely, and then you will witness their signature by way of driver's license, passport, any, government issued valid ID. All right, so I am going to wrap up this video. Thank you so much for riding along with me. So on this particular order, I can say I came, I saw, and I stamped. Okay, so until the next video, enjoy your week, and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new, and if you are already a subscriber, welcome back to my channel, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.